Hello everyone, I'm Chronopat and this is Down Memory Lane. In this series I'm going to have a look at the evolution of gaming, and I'll do so by playing every single game in my collection in the order of their original release date. So basically we'll see game by game how this turned into this, how this will turn into this, and how this turned into this. These and of course a lot of other series. So today guys we begin with a big one, the original Donkey Kong. The Americans were the big game makers thanks to a solid foundation with Pong and a lot of other games like Asteroids and Centipede, each more creative and fun than each other. But in Japan, the arcades were also getting really big thanks to big hits like Space Invaders, the game that pretty much made shooting stuff really popular, and Pac-Man, gaming's first mascot to be widely popular. The company specializing in printing traditional playing cards of all things will take this popularity to a whole new level. That company is called Nintendo. Actually, at the time, Nintendo was experimenting with various businesses because, even then playing cards was not the most lucrative market. They had a few businesses from taxis to toys to love hotels, but nothing was too successful. So when Nintendo's president Hiroshi Yamauchi saw the success the arcades had, he decided that's where the company's headed. But good games don't just pop out of nowhere. The first few tries didn't work that well, until Yamauchi tasked his new recruit to make a game for the American market. This new recruit is a man you will hear very often about in this series, Shigeru Miyamoto. At first Nintendo wanted to appeal to America with a known character, so they tried securing the rights to Popeye the Sailor Man, and thank God they couldn't get them right away. In the end, Mr. Miyamoto had to come up with his own idea. In July 1981, that game, Donkey Kong, came out and the world did not see that coming. So, what is Donkey Kong about? It's about an ape, Donkey Kong, who is apparently mistreated by his owner, a carpenter named, for now, Jumpman. DK has had enough and he decides to kidnap his girlfriend, Pauline. You, as Jumpman, follow him to a construction site and have to dodge everything DK throws at you to save the lady. And you do this with a big first in gaming history: the jump button. Donkey Kong is not officially the first platformer, but it is the first video game to have a jump button. And seeing as he is on steel beams, it makes sense. How else are you gonna dodge these barrels? And even though he can jump, well, Jumpman doesn't have legs of steel, so you have to be careful. And if you have some doubts on your objective, gaming's first female character to ever speak is there to remind you. And it also shows the unfortunate place of women in video games back then, as we'll see in the next few episodes. And usually when you get to her, DK just grabs her and runs away again. Jumpman can use something else on his feet though, as if he grabs a hammer can destroy these barrels and rack up some points. But as I said earlier, you gain some points when you destroy barrels or fire snakes, and when you jump over them. You can also get some more points by grabbing Pauline's items scattered across the levels. And at the time in the arcades, points were everything. People wanted to get the highest score of that arcade machine and brag rights about it. Why? Well, the game had a grand total of 4 levels that looped and grew harder as you beat them, so forget about exploration and discovery here. There's the classic barrel tossing level, the one with the elevator, the one where you detach railings to make DK fall, and the one with the conveyor belt that you've got to deserve as you have to beat a lot of levels to get to, and this game is quite hard. It is a simple game in concept, but everyone can have their own strategies whether they want to get to the highest level or they just want more points. In 1981, a game like this was unheard of. It had a lot of characters, well, 3 of them. It was quite colorful in the arcade room, and you could basically see a story unfold in the game real time. On the sound side, well, music wasn't really important back then, as arcades were seen as loud places. But we do hear a few looping notes and Mario steps that sound as if he had wet boots on the floor. But what made the game a success though was that it was really fun to play and very addictive at the price of a quarter per game. And to get a good score you would have to die. Again. And again. And again. And again. The game was ported to every single game console at the time, and it even had a portable Game & Watch version. Where have I seen that before? So, needless to say, they sold thousands upon thousands of arcade machines all over the world, and it gave Nintendo more than enough money to dive headfirst into the gaming business. In the following years, they made 2 direct sequels to Donkey Kong for the arcades, including Donkey Kong Jr., which has a now named Mario as its villain, and Donkey Kong Trio, starring this guy who shoots toxic gas and decays bomb. So basically, is this game still fun to play today? Well, yes, it is still quite fun. And we already see a bit of that Nintendo magic, but it does feel quite close to a free mobile game by today's standard. And Nintendo is charging $5 for the NES version you're watching now on their virtual console services for Wii and 3DS. And sometimes it is offered as a free bonus in games like Animal Crossing for the GameCube. This version only includes 3 looping levels, and they have entirely taken out the few cutscenes, which were a big first for the industry. So if you can get it for free, or if you come across an arcade machine, I'd say give it a try, but $5 is way too much in my opinion. In 1994, Nintendo also released a Game Boy version, available on the 3DS eShop, that includes all 4 levels, remastered cutscenes, along with better physics. And when you complete the 4th level, you still have 97 levels to play. This is actually the best version, and it spawned the Mario vs Donkey Kong series. And in case you were wondering, Nintendo still make Hanafuda cards to this day. So that's it for today everyone, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next episode in which we see Mario save the world. See you later!